Look at this guy. This guy wouldn't last 5 minutes. Jesus. Because I swear to God, these are some of the most, like, mentally ill people I've ever seen in my life. He actually looks... He's got the phrenology of a pedo, this one. Look. He's got a ghillie suit on. He thinks he's playing Call of Duty. Where do they find these little goblin people? What the fuck? To Catch a Predator. Cerebral Palsy.
Jason, Hans 13 years old. Hans 13 years old, Jason. I have never seen that in my life. No, Roger, I just want to tell you. You know you can go to jail, Roger? She's 15, Roger!
This technique is called blackmailed.
Oh.
Right there. I am all...
Wait, this... Yeah, let's watch this. Oh my God, I'm actually, like, super interested in this stuff.
Already sitting right here. And just what exactly are you doing? Just watching some mockers? Have you signed up for the Patreon? Well, I don't think that's any of your business. You know you get early access to feature videos, right? Plus the odd bonus here and there.
I've got so much to say about this topic. As a groomer, I've got so much to say about this topic, okay?
Can I go now? Oh, you're free to leave whenever you like. But don't forget to follow on socials! In the year 2000, CBS debuted the reality TV show Survivor. The premise of the show was simple. 16 everyday people were put on a remote island, separated into 2 tribes, deprived of all the basic luxuries.
Look at this guy. This guy wouldn't last 5 minutes. Jesus.
Offered by modern society, such as shelter, heat, food and water, and then issued a series of tasks and challenges designed to turn them against one another, culminating in a tribal council at the end of each episode, where everyone gets to vote on who must leave the island. Last one standing.
All I can think about watching this is like cannibal Holocaust films. You know when, you know in like those cannibal Holocaust films, I just imagine someone trying to do like a Survivor type thing. But then it turns out you're on an island full of like native cannibals and they just gobble you up. They like cut you up and shit and it's all gory. I think that would be pretty funny. And but then the film crew keep filming it. They just don't stop filming it. They keep going.
$1 million. This weekly exhibition of competitive ruthlessness, infighting and betrayal was a ratings hit, with the season final pulling in 51.7 million viewers and an absolute fortune in advertising revenue. Those sorts of numbers will equal a giant payday for a network under any circumstance. But the profitability of Survivor was all the more significant when coupling its audience share with its production costs. Put simply, dumping a bunch of people in the middle of nowhere and filming them while they forage and argue with each other is nowhere near as costly as scripting a high-end fictional series, and then investing in all of the production savvy and acting talent required to bring such a project to fruition. And so, predictably, other networks began taking CBS's lead, and soon reality TV was a cultural phenomenon taking all sorts of forms, allowing us to find entertainment in watching people race each other across the world, pitch business deals, and eat bugs for money.
Oh, fuck off, no!
Chips are carbs, man.
Oh, red hand tortilla chips and live Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Remember, this is a timed event. Eat them as fast as you can.
Oh, Mick, if you got a speed...
From weight loss to singing...
Have you watched Big Brother? Yeah. I used to watch Big Brother when I was younger.
Contests, pro chefs to socialites. It seemed as if there was almost nothing you couldn't make a reality TV show about, and only the darkest and most lurid of subjects were out of bounds for the purpose of our amusement. Until November of 2004, when a plucky news magazine program named Dateline NBC upped the ante and changed the game.
This is what usually happens. This 30-year-old screen name...
I fucking love... I know it's bad. I know it's a terrible show. But I fucking love To Catch a Predator. It's one of my favourite shows of all time, okay?
Meat Rocket 8 starts chatting online with a
Meat
girl
Rocket.
posing as a 15-year-old virgin. The decoy, referring to her virginity, says, "I bet you're scared of that." Meat Rocket 8 says, "Actually, I find it quite attractive. I'm honored to be considered the candidate for your first time." Later,
God.
as the chat gets more graphic, he asks for her address.
Oh dear.
But when our friend Meat Rocket arrives at the house, it is not an enamored 15-year-old girl he finds waiting for him, but instead veteran journalist Chris Hansen.
Imagine this dude in a fucking jacket walking out. You'd be like, what the fuck? I'm here for a bit of noncery. I'm here for the grooming. What's going on? That could be a Chud Logic Discord DM for all I know.
And while Hansen has no interest in giving his virginity to Meat Rocket, he does have a series of very pointed questions to offer.
Did you bring anything with you tonight?
Such as?
Condoms?
Yes, I did.
You did. You brought condoms. So you're just going to kick back and chat, and just in case something happened, you brought condoms.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk. I swear to you, you know, if she had...
How were you going to use the condoms in the conversation?
I wasn't going to use them at all.
You got them in your pocket.
Well, yeah, I do
You
have
do
them.
balloon tricks with them? Or?
No.
And when it becomes clear he's not going to talk himself out of this, he finally decides the best thing for him is to get up and go home with as much dignity as he can salvage from this unfortunate situation. But sadly for Meat Rocket, again, things are not going to go according to plan.
Oh dear.
Put your hands up!
Do you normally wear condoms while you're having sexual intercourse with your wife?
No.
Okay, why did you buy the condoms today? Because you intended to come here to my county and have sex with a 15-year-old female.
I just don't... I've never done that before.
And that is pretty much what happened in every installment of NBC's To Catch a Predator, again and again and again. And while the formula may have been repetitive, damned if it ever got old.
Hey, why don't you have a seat right over there? How you doing? Pretty good. Good. Why don't you have a seat right over there? Did you find the place okay? I guess I'm probably not the surprise you expected, am I?
You are exactly surprised.
Why don't you have a seat over there? I am. Please have a seat.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, Zap, that's right. But basically, I might go into it. There was a former assistant DA that got caught out in this, and basically they pounded it really badly, and the guy ended up fucking killing himself. The police came and he just shot himself, and they had to bring an end to the show. No, these are real. These are actually real. These are genuine.
You want to explain yourself? Grab that towel right there, please.
There's one dude that took all his clothes off and went in naked. He's the one that wanted to, like, fuck a cat.
Wrap it around yourself, and please sit in that stool.
Wow. These are home-baked?
You want time to finish your cookie, or...?
Not really.
Okay. Did you say you are ready to have my...
Okay, right. Do you want a hot take? Do you want a hot take? This was actually an ableist show. Because I swear to God, these are some of the most, like, mentally ill people I've ever seen in my life. Like, you'll turn up to a house to diddle a 13-year-old, and you're just there eating the cookies, not realising the, you know, the significance of your situation. Yo, these cookies are delicious. Bro, you're gonna get fucking policed when you go outside for being a nonce. What do you mean? Killing yourself to avoid the ramification of your noncery is kind of Sigma, true.
Thing in your mouth.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Are you ready to have my in your mouth? I thought this was a joke.
Oh God, look at this. He actually looks, he's got the phrenology of a pedo, this one, look.
In your mouth.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Look, this one actually looks like a
Are you
pedo.
ready to have my in your mouth?
Look! He's got the classic predator look. He's got the rapist glasses. Wait. Wait, he's actually got it. Look! He's got the fucking rapist glasses. He's actually got the rapist glasses. No way. This is the rapist glasses. Unreal.
I thought this was a joke.
You thought, what was a joke?
I should have known better.
Then I remind generic white male that Jolanda told him she was 15.
What? No way. This is
What was a joke?
I should have known better.
Then I remind generic white male that Jolanda told him she was 15.
What? No way.
It's eyebrow raise as well. It's the eyebrow raise. Oh.
It's punch, right? Yeah. What are you doing here? Hanging out. And I knew that this was a setup because this was too convenient for this.
How old was this so-called person we're talking about?
She said she was 13, but...
She said she was 13.
You will be making love all the time.
Wait, why would you admit that? Why would you be like, well, she said she was 13. Why the fuck would you say that? That is fucking Giga Chad energy if ever I saw it. Holy fuck. I knew this was a trap. I thought she was 13, but I came anyway.
I'm there. Okay, cool. With my tongue up your blank.
Did I say that on all of it?
You say that all the time.
Right. You know what? I don't want this cookie. I just want to get to the beach. Come here, just one second.
I just want to get to the beach. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Second, sir.
Look at him. Holy fuck. He's got a fucking ghillie suit on. He thinks he's playing Call of Duty.
Okay, behind your back.
Only one probe stays attached, so the taser is unable to shock him and drop him to the ground.
A creep tries to set up a sexual liaison with a minor, helplessly attempts to explain himself to Chris Hansen, and then gets arrested. It was a fail-safe recipe for ratings gold that secured To Catch a Predator a place in the heart of our popular culture.
Take a seat right over there. Oh, God. Oh, no. What are you doing here? I'm just being stupid, I guess.
And then in 2006, an assistant district attorney from Texas named Louis Conrad was cornered in his home by police as part of a Dateline investigation and shot himself in the head.
Sigma energy.
A bit of a buzzkill, even though he was trying to, you know. The fallout from that episode put a bit of a dampener on the show's luster and has been cited as a major contributor to NBC's decision to call a wrap on the series in 2008. It was the end of an era, after so many years of joy derived from watching grown men put on the spot to come up with anodyne reasons for sending children sexually explicit messages and pictures of their privates.
This is what we need.
Shortly before being
tackled. We need to go back. We need to go back, okay?
Catch a Predator, a place in the heart of our popular culture.
Take a seat right over there. Oh, God. Oh, no. What are you doing here? I'm just being stupid, I guess.
And then in 2006, an assistant district attorney from Texas named Louis Conrad was cornered in his home by police as part of a Dateline investigation and shot himself in the head. A bit of a buzzkill, even though he was trying to, you know. The fallout from that episode put a bit of a dampener on the show's luster and has been cited as a major contributor to NBC's decision to call a wrap on the series in 2008. It was the end of an era, after so many years of joy derived from watching grown men put on the spot to come up with anodyne reasons for sending children sexually explicit messages and pictures of their privates shortly before being tackled by police officers. It was now sadly time to say goodbye to predator stings as an entertainment medium and put the practice back in the sole custody of appropriately trained law enforcement officials. Or
wait, I know what's gonna happen.
Was it?
Get the fuck out of my face, man. You're not allowed to fucking film me. This shit gets the law.
Hey, we're in public, buddy. We're in public.
Oh, wait. Can we watch this? This is a classic. Okay, I want to watch a few clips of To Catch a Predator, okay?
Familiar to me.
Wait. This is classic. You got to see this one.
You know, you look familiar to me. Oops. Why don't you have a seat?
Oops.
Michael, right?
Oops, sorry.
All right, Michael, have a seat. I want to talk to you for a little bit. How you doing tonight?
Good, sorry.
Do you remember who I am? Do you remember? We talked once before. All right, well, we have to talk once again here.
Can I just go?
I have to talk to you first. What are you doing here, Michael?
I'm sorry.
Now, we went through this once before.
Yeah, I know.
In Riverside.
Yeah, oh.
And you came to meet a young girl there, and we talked about how it was wrong. You were just...
We've got to watch the one of the guy with cerebral palsy. Okay, that's the best one.
In court on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened in court on Friday?
He said more time.
More time before the next court date.
Yeah.
Now, Michael, I need you to sit right on that stool there. Do me a favor, just...
Can you just go home?
It's just going to take a little bit. I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm sorry what I did.
Okay. But you got to explain to me why or how.
Like, listen, come on. This guy's clearly, like, mentally deficient. Like, I'm not saying what he's done is okay. But, like, God, fuck me. Like... like, he's just gone, oops. Like, he's clearly not all there. Charmhole says this guy is obviously literally retarded. I mean, it takes one to know one. Am I right, Charmhole? Am I right?
Thought it was okay after having a court date stemming from our last visit, and then
it is funny.
24 hours, you show up.
It is funny. Don't listen. It is funny, but it's also very bad and exploitative in lots of different ways. Look at this. Look at this. To catch a predator, cerebral palsy. Yeah, there he is. That's him. That's the guy. That's him. You can find it by searching that. Oh my fucking God. That's mental. Oh my God. That is so bad.
That's him coming at you.
Yep, I see him.
He would have a cane. He has cerebral palsy.
Imagine this, right? And no one was like, wait a second, guys. Hang on. Look, I know this guy's like a nonce. But maybe it's not the best optics to get someone with cerebral palsy to come to the house, to drive to the house. No, sorry, I think that's going to be good content. The cerebral palsy dude is coming, okay? Book it, make it happen. Why did he park like that? Because he's got fucking cerebral palsy, bro. Come on, Jesus. It's bad on so many levels. Keep the camera rolling. I don't think he gets tackled.
No, you come in. He drove up as close as he could to the door so he didn't have to walk as far because he has the cane. I told him to come on inside and he finally agreed.
Meet Dustin McFetridge. He's 26 years old, divorced, suffers from cerebral palsy, and collects Social Security.
They've got the secret camera on him struggling to get out of the car. Oh my fucking God, this is so bad. Like, look, I know he's a nonce and whatever. But, like, look, I'm not saying it justifies his actions, but if someone's got cerebral palsy and they've clearly got, like, mental issues or whatever, like, there's probably, like, something that's influencing this beyond them just being a horrible pedo. Fucking hell. Have you not seen this before? This is one of my favorites.
Security benefits. He's driven 5 hours to have sex with a girl posing as a 13-year-old.
Oh.
As we'll find out, this isn't his first time chatting inappropriately with a minor.
He's done it before.
Our decoy Casey starts to feel sorry for him as she watches him struggle to get out of the car. But then she remembers what he'd been saying online.
When you listen to him talking, he really is no different. He still is wanting to have sex with a little girl.
Using the screen name Wrestling Dude East Tennessee, he asks
Wrestling Dude! Wrestling Dude! The only thing this motherfucker's wrestling... No, listen, I can't do it! No! Stop! We need to get back to this documentary. It was only a sideline to watch that.
Just one of you, one of you, and one of you.
I'll go to fucking jail, you
fucking PC!
You fucking pedophile!
You're done, bud. We got the chat logs. You came to meet up with a child, huh? Well, give us a smile for the camera. You're subhuman dirt now, we all know. So gross.
So, the reason that I really like all of this content, well, like's the wrong word, I think it's terrible, but it really demonstrates the stuff that I say about, like, perverse incentives, because you could set this up with a good intention, which is to actually help police deal with this. But the fact that you're on YouTube motivates you to engage in more and more egregious and outrageous behavior in these raids yourself, in order to garner an audience and give them what they want to watch. And that's true as well. A lot of the evidence that these channels give to police is not useful, and they can't even use it. Because if you've got a good lawyer, they'll be able to use, you know, whatever legal protections are afforded to the defendant to make claims about the nature of the evidence, how it was collected, and so on and so on and so on, you know. But yeah. It's a perverse spectacle, yeah, exactly.
How old did he tell you he was?
So you want to mess around with little girls? Well, we'll expose you to the world creep.
From Gardner, this is Mark.
Wait, it's the Batman paradox. None of his arrests are legal. Is that true? Is that, I mean, is that a thing? Obviously, that makes sense, but is that a thing, the Batman paradox? I've never heard of that before.
Plastered all over the internet. Sure, I'm sure you.
Wait, you just called it that? That sounds fucking clever, though. Yeah, Tankykist. I watched the Chris Hansen thing the other day, a little while ago.
You're married too. I'm sure you got kids. Hey guys, he was online. He came on to meet a fucking 14-year-old off the internet for sex. Disgusting.
Inspired by Chris Hansen's example, hundreds of private citizens began taking it upon themselves to ambush.
Oh no. I mean, that's like hitting fucking payday for predator catchers. A guy that looks like that. That's fucking money. That's just, they're looking at money. Every single pound is like $100 to them. They look at, oh, look at this guy. He looks like a fucking fat nonce. Let's get this bad boy up on YouTube and start raking in the ad revenue.
Bush perverts. They may have lacked the network-level film crews of NBC and professional presentation.
Wait, this one's from India. This one's got Indian descent. Perfect. Perfection. Fantastic. Let's go.
Had to offer. But far be it from this channel to criticize content creators for borrowing a format from a more established name. The DIY pedophile and hebephile hunters of YouTube were not without their own charm. For one, their tendency to confront their targets in public places, rather than sting houses, added a new, somewhat chaotic twist to things. And with so many people trolling dating apps for the worst society had to offer.
Wait, hang on. Is that person of Down syndrome?
Added a new, somewhat chaotic twist to things. And with so many people trolling dating apps.
I mean, fuck me, that's a bit much, isn't it? Disability spot. Yeah, well, look, listen, I know people think I'm being serious, right? If someone's got Down syndrome, you know, it doesn't excuse actions. Nope, not Downs. How do you know? I think, okay, if you're going to do it, I think what you need to do is you can't do anyone that's got a mental or physical disability or any sort of like impairment or whatever they call it, okay? I don't think I think that's wrong because, yeah, I think that there's like, it's very complicated, you know? Like, if you look at the police, you know, will have provisions with which they deal with people who have got certain disabilities and stuff, you know? In an ideal circumstance. They don't always follow it, obviously, but... they don't always follow the rules, but, you know... Physical, you should treat like normal, else it would be, well, I wouldn't say normal. That in itself is ableist, unironically, but I don't, whatever, I'm not having a go at you. But yeah, I think that, physically, there could be issues in confronting them. Right? If someone's in a wheelchair, there's an actual physicality issue that you need to contend with when you're confronting it. I mean, just to be clear, I don't think these people should be doing it in the first place, even with people that aren't disabled, right? I don't think that people should be doing it at all. But if you absolutely are going to do it, then just at least don't do it with people who have maybe got other factors that could impact their behavior, or like there could be more of a risk or an issue. I don't know. I'm not being. I don't know what their situation is. I don't know. I'm not saying that anything. I'm just highlighting that, like, you know, it could be an issue, couldn't it?
Apps for the worst society had to offer. An increasingly bizarre cast of characters began to grace our YouTube screens.
How's it going? Can I help you guys find anything here?
He's come to pick up his loaner.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you didn't want to pick up a 13-year-old car or a 14-year-old car, a 15-year-old car?
Lost. I'm picking up my car.
Jason, once again, you're at it.
Where do they find these little goblin people? What the fuck? Look at him. Come on. Look, okay, I don't want to have a go at people's appearance, but come on. Look at this guy. Look at him. Like, I'm not meaning to be mean, but come on. That is payday for them. They're going, right, we've got this guy who wants to meet a 13-year-old. Are they like normal looking, or do they look a bit like a goblin? Oh, actually, they do look a bit like a goblin. Excellent, we'll get this up as soon as possible. This will be fucking dynamite for the algo, okay? We'll probably make about $500 on this one. Make sure you get a picture in the thumbnail. Like, I'm criticizing them for doing it, okay? Tiny to pedo. Look, I'm criticizing them. I'm not having to go at the. Listen, I'm actually against. I'm against what they're doing, so I'm being against it. Okay. Oh. But come on. If anyone's like, "Oh, Chud, what you doing? What you doing? This is bad, right?" Are you telling me that's not what they're thinking? They're not there in their little anti-pedo den, looking at pictures of pedos and finding them the most weird-ass looking ones and putting them to the front of the queue for a little operation. This one's a bit normal. We'll put that on the back burner. We got one here that looks like they got Down syndrome. Right, we're doing them first. We're doing them tomorrow. Get them to meet tomorrow. God, come on. I'm calling them out.
And this is all the evidence, buddy. This is all the evidence, buddy. This is all the evidence. I'm calling the cops right now. And Jason, Hans 13 years old. Hans 13 years old, Jason. All the evidence is here. All the evidence is here, Jason.
Michael's here to meet a 13-year-old
How am I not supposed to laugh at that? How am I not supposed to laugh at that? Like, come on, I'm only human. Listen, the most lefty, woke scold, like, you know, progressive-minded person. It's impossible. If you show them that, they will laugh. They will not be able to stop themselves. It is impossible. Think badly of me for laughing at that little goblin fella, you know, swaddling along like that. Scuttling along like that. Think badly of me for it, okay? But if you show that to anyone, they will laugh.
Jason, once again, you're at it, and this is all the evidence, buddy.
Jason!
This is all the evidence, buddy. This is all the evidence. I'm calling the cops right now. And Jason, Hans 13 years old. Hans 13 years old, Jason. All the evidence is here. All the evidence is here, Jason.
Michael's here to meet a 13-year-old.
But look, can we be serious? Okay, look, come on. Can we be serious for a second, okay? It's the butt crack as well. This is what I'm talking about, okay? Let me make a serious point. Everyone stop laughing at Jason, okay? Oh my god, it's Jason the pedo. No, listen. This is what I'm talking about. This is dynamite for them. They want the weirdest looking motherfuckers that they can get. Okay. They want the weirdest motherfuckers that they can get. They do. Because then they can film it and make them look all weird and shit. And then it's like, oh yeah.
To Chud Nation.
Hey, 1 o'clock. Thanks for the sub.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
What you need is this. Okay, this is what we need to do. Is DK watching? This is the meme, okay?
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Oh.
Evidence is here. All the evidence is here, Jason.
Michael's here to meet a 13-year-old boy. Michael's here to meet a 13-year-old boy.
I'm sorry.
Guess what number you are, CJ?
What number?
You're number 80.
Today?
How old was this boy?
Hold on. I'm about to piss my pants.
You're about to what? How old is that boy?
He's gonna piss
14.
his pants.
14? You're about to piss your pants?
Yep.
14 years old, huh?
Also, one of the best parts of To Catch a Predator was watching the predators try to sputter out an explanation. But for the most part, the content of those explanations was rather same. I wasn't going to do anything, I just wanted to make sure they were safe, that sort of thing. A lot of the amateurs, however, for whatever reason, seemed to have an uncanny ability to elicit some of the most ludicrous and hilarious excuses you will ever hear.
We catch people that are trying to solicit online kids.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Right.
Because the only reason I came down was to write them.
I'm only here to offer advice if you need it.
I'm not over age.
What do you mean you're not over age? How old are you?
How old are you? 17.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing. This is the thing with it, is you can't tell me this isn't good entertainment, okay? Like, this is absolutely dynamite entertainment. There's no two ways about it. It just is. But that doesn't mean it's okay, right? The Freak Show was good entertainment back in the day, but it doesn't mean it's ethically acceptable. He's High School Movie 17. Like, you see why people watch this. You see why there's a market for it. Watching some weirdo who's a nonce get embarrassed is funny, but it doesn't make it right. Or, you know, the biggest thing of all, it doesn't even help children. It doesn't even help children. Can you just become a Catch a Predator type content react Andy? I could do. Are we sure this isn't ethically sourced freak entertainment? Listen, look. The reality is, I'm just good at making bad stuff funny, maybe. But I think if you were watching this yourself, you'd be laughing the same as I am, okay? To catch a Twitch predator. I'd be one of the predators. I'd be one of the predators. You'd have someone reading out my DMs. Someone called me a pedo on Twitter the other day. Someone said, oh, Chud's a pedo. I was like, oh, fucking hell. What the fuck? I thought random commodified vigilantism would turn out really well. Oh, God. New Destiny content. Nah, listen, this is Chud Logic content. Destiny's too busy playing League, okay? Is he really a P word? Okay, let me ask you a question. If I was actually a pedo, do you think I would just say, oh yeah, someone called me on Twitter, called me a pedo? Destiny abandoned us, only Chud now. That's what a Pedro would say. I need to say Pedro. Destiny's getting off the league crack. Listen, here's the thing, right? Like, I do think I'm probably one of the only channels that does stuff like this. I don't think there's any other channel out there laughing at little goblin men getting accused of being pedos. Is my niche, okay?
I'm autistic. I don't know any better.
What am I? Please. Who fucking linked this? Like, come on. That is a fucking... Yeah, that is a... Listen, I'll link the timestamp if any streamers want to make that. Their notification, okay? I do think you actually have to be autistic for it to work, though. I don't advocate that unless you are actually autistic. But then you're a Twitch streamer, so, you know, kind of makes sense, I guess.
No, my name's not Drew.
Oh.
My twin was here a while ago.
Your twin?
Yeah.
And in addition to the new flair that came with taking things into the wild, as it were, this new generation of predator poachers also developed new innovative techniques, unlike anything we ever saw from Chris Hansen. Techniques which we will begin to have a look at using a video from Rami
Right, I'll be back in literally
of
1 minute.
Predator
I need to get
Catchers
some
Alliance.
Alright guys, the catch is going down. Shout out to all 1,600 live viewers in the chat, guys. Smash the like button. What's up, buddy? Hey, man, I'm here to have a conversation with you about who you're here to meet. This is gonna go one of two ways. I'm either gonna call the cops, show them the chat log, you're gonna get locked up, or we can have a civil conversation.
This technique is called blackmail. Blackmail is, broadly speaking, any threat made against a person of disclosing damaging information about them unless they meet some sort of demand. The demand could be something such as the payment of a sum of money, or as is the case here, simple compliance. Rami is telling his target, a man named Alex, in no uncertain terms that if he does not agree to talk with him, he will inform police of his intentions to meet up with a minor after engaging in a sexually explicit chat. The use of blackmail is certainly not unique to stings conducted by Rami.
Hey, Justin.
Having some car troubles, buddy?
Having some car troubles, buddy? No, we can call the police, or we can have a conversation. You want to sit down and have a conversation?
You got any weapons on you? No.
Or we can...
What's this one?
I'm going to meet up with this pred right now. He's 32 years old. When I told him
we'll just kind of intersect with like different ones, okay?
He basically let his hormones control him.
I've never seen this one before.
He basically tried inviting this girl over. He did actually invite her over. He indicated that he's down to do anything in a bad way that she's down for. And yeah, he's invited this girl over. And we're about to meet up right now. So yeah.
This is just content, folks.
I'm not gonna lie. He keeps saying we can't do anything until you reach 17. Right? He thinks age of consent, I think, is like 17. Keeps saying a couple of years, but then he'll go back and he'll start talking in a bad way again. So I'm about to come approach this guy. We're about to meet up, and yeah, I'll unpause the video. All right, guys, he's about to show up right now. He said he has this small car. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, it's a special name. I don't feel like going back into the text right now and reading it. So basically, I'm looking for a small car. That's small right there, but that's definitely not him. That's not even that small. He's like, you would notice it. It's noticeable, so I don't know. He's going to be showing up here any second. I think he's very, he's nervous, guys, to be honest with you. Man, if you're nervous, just don't do it. Like, literally, just don't do it. You know, if you have a bad feeling about somebody, just don't do it. That's it. If your feeling is telling you don't meet somebody, don't do it. It's so simple. Anyways, guys, he should be here shortly. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. Now I know what he meant by a small car. Oh my God. I have never seen that in my life. What is that?
What the fuck?
Oh my God. Oh my God, what is that? That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it 100%.
It looks like one of those cars that kids get. It looks like one of those cars that kids get, that they wheel their feet like Fred Flintstone underneath. It's a Playmobil car. Oh my God. How? How is this possible? How does it keep getting funnier? How do these videos keep getting funnier?
Oh my God, I've never seen this in my life.
Look, just to be clear, this is bad, okay? This is bad. I don't support this. But, like, this is the problem, isn't it? It is extremely entertaining, and that's bad. Like, oh my God. It's the disguise as a child for easier preying.
What is that? I'm gonna wait until he goes into the store.
Yeah, one of these. One of these bad boys.
Yo, what is that, though? That is crazy. Oh my God, that is so small. All right, guys, he parked. I'm gonna be putting the cam down so he doesn't see, okay? I'm gonna be covering this cam as well. Just so he doesn't see. I'll try to get it as best as I could.
He's gonna film the car.
What kind is that? That's pretty cool. What kind is that?
I can't remember the brand name of it.
Okay.
But,
did they even come with license plates or no?
Nope.
No? Oh, that's cool, man.
He hasn't even got a license.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He doesn't even have a license to drive it.
That's cool, man.
Look at this guy. He just looks like a regular dude.
Sorry, what's your name again? Roger. Roger. Hey, Roger, can I have a chat with you? Just a chat, man. I don't wanna call the police. I just wanna have a chat with you, okay? Yeah. So, why do you think it's okay, brother? And I'm just filming for our own protection, so you can't tell the police I touched you, okay? No, Roger, I just want to chat with you, Roger, I'm not going to do nothing, I promise. I'm going to call the police, Roger. I got your address, Roger. Roger, just chat, Roger. Roger,
he's going full fucking speed. Roger, he's just jogging to keep up.
She's only 15 old, Roger.
Look at him go, he's
Roger, she's only 15. I'm recording you. I have your address. The cops will go there, Roger. The cops will show up, Roger.
Get you chase him. Get in your car and chase him. Go on. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh my god.
That guy peaced out.
Oh my good lord. He's gone. He just buzzes off. He was just jogging to keep up with him. He's gonna chase
that
him.
Guy peaced out. He was out of there. He was out of there. See, guys? If he didn't do nothing wrong, why is he running away?
He won't get him. He won't catch up with him, will he?
I don't know exactly where, but he did show up here. Oh, it's got to be him because he's holding up traffic.
It's got to be him because he's holding up traffic. Oh my god.
Roger! I just want to have a chat with you, Roger! Roger! You know you can go to jail, Roger?
Oh,
she's 15, Roger! Shame on you, Roger! Shame on you! I won't take this to the police!
Oh my
Shame
god!
On you!
Welcome to Chud Nation.
Hey, Portland is burning. Thank you for giving it some.
It's all good.
Oh, Roger! Right? Oh, I got tears in my eyes. I'm laughing so hard at this. Oh my god.
It's all good.
Listen,
on
I feel bad sharing it, but I kind of feel like I have to because I just watched it.
Hey, Roger! Roger! Can we talk?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. that thing was small.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, good lord.
Okay, guys, I'm going to give him a call right now, okay? And just try to see if I can have a chat with him.
That is so funny. Okay, right, listen. We need to get back to this.
So we can do this the easy way. I can get the cops involved right now, or you can talk to me like a normal human being.
Okay, alright, no problem.
If I show this to the cops, you know both of you guys will go to jail.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to have a conversation? If not, I turn this into the cops.
I can have a word with you, or I could just send this over to the police, and it's not gonna be good for you. You understand me?
And this may be the starkest single thing separating the YouTube poachers from To Catch a Predator, as Chris Hansen's seemingly magical ability to have his subjects take a seat was never backed up by any kind of explicit threat. In fact, the immediate involvement of law enforcement was always an absolute given, no matter how cooperative any given predator was in providing Hansen with a moment of their time. And there was at least one reason for that. NBC, being a major network with a full legal team, would have known that blackmail is completely illegal. The practice has different definitions and penalties in different jurisdictions. In the state of New Jersey,
I need to go back a
which
bit,
is Rami's main base,
you're gonna get locked up.
You will ever hear.
Hands 13 years old.
Oh no, I went back too far. Oops.
All the evidence is here. All the evidence is
Wait,
here.
I didn't mean to go back that far.
Came with taking things into the wild, as it were. This new generation of predator poachers also developed new innovative techniques, unlike anything we ever saw from Chris Hansen. Techniques which we will begin to have a look at using a video from Rami El Daily of Predator Catchers Alliance.
Alright guys, the catch is going down. Shout out to all 1,600 live viewers in the chat, guys. Smash
live viewers. Oh my god.
Hey, man, I'm here to have a conversation.
Listen. You listen, this is, I issue the same critique. You absolutely can't, if you're going to do this, it's bad enough as it is. But it makes it so much worse if you're doing it as a live stream. Like, fucking hell. That is mental. Imagine having a live stream with, like, super chats going off. Fuck, this is crazy.
Conversation with you about who you're here to meet. This is gonna go one of two ways. I'm either gonna call the cops, show them the chat log, you're gonna get locked up, or we can have a civil conversation.
This technique is called blackmail. Blackmail is, broadly speaking, any threat made against a person of disclosing damaging information about them unless they meet some sort of demand. The demand could be something such as the payment of a sum of money, or as is the case here, simple compliance. Rami is telling his target, a man named Alex, in no uncertain terms that if he does not agree to talk with him, he will inform police of his intentions to meet up with a minor after engaging in a sexually explicit chat. The use of blackmail is certainly not unique to stings conducted by Rami.
Hey Justin. Having some car troubles, buddy? Having some car troubles, buddy? No, we can call the police or we can have a conversation. You want to sit down and have a conversation?
You got any weapons?
Oh, blackmail.
We can call the police.
So we can do this the easy way. I can get the cops involved right now, or you can talk to me like a normal human being.
Okay, all right, no problem. If I show this to the cops, you know both of you guys will go to jail.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you want to have a conversation? If not, I turn this into the cops.
I can have a word with you, or I could just send this over to the police, and it's not gonna be good for you. You understand me?
Of course.
And this may be the starkest single thing separating the YouTube poachers from To Catch a Predator, as Chris Hansen's seemingly magical ability to have his subjects take a seat was never backed up by any kind of explicit threat. In fact, the immediate involvement of law enforcement was always an absolute given, no matter how cooperative any given predator was in providing Hansen with a moment of their time. And there was at least one reason for—
So I think that, like, I'm against To Catch a Predator, but I think it was bad and it was still wrong, but I think it was probably the most, like, ethical way you could do it. I don't think there's any other way to do it. I think you have to have the authorities involved.
For that.
Also, it's worth noting that even some police departments said afterwards, we didn't like working with them, the evidence wasn't actually that good, and so on.
NBC, being a major network with a full legal team, would have known that blackmail is completely illegal. The practice has different definitions and penalties in different jurisdictions. In the state of New Jersey, which is Rami's main base of operations, the closest fit on the books would be the charge of criminal coercion. Defined as a person who attempts to unlawfully restrict another person's freedom to engage or refrain from engaging in conduct by threatening to, among other things, accuse them of an offence, and take or withhold action as an official, or cause an official to take or withhold action. A conviction of criminal coercion in New Jersey can carry a penalty of up to 18 months in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. This is somewhat of an irony in the predator poaching scene. Whereas the poachers are righteously declaring to have caught someone in a crime, Every time they upload a video that features the sort of ultimatum Rami has issued here, they are in fact publishing evidence of themselves committing a serious offence.
I just want to talk to you, make sure you don't do this again. Sure. I'm part of an organization that catches child predators. Literally, it's just to help you out, make sure it doesn't happen again.
Understood.
If a predator doesn't cooperate, what I do is I have to get the authorities involved. You get locked up. You committed multiple felonies tonight.
Quickly note Rami's use of words. If the subject does not cooperate, he has to get the authorities involved. To state the obvious, New Jersey has no laws that specify those who commit felonies must be charged unless they bow to the whims of a vigilante. If Rami believes he has evidence of a crime, he should hand it in and let relevant authorities decide how far they should take things, rather than designate himself as the arbiter of what the severity of this man's punishment should be. But maybe we're being too harsh, and Rami really is at least trying to do a noble thing here. We'll pull back on the interruptions for a while now, and give you some time to form your own opinion of what his primary motivations might be.
Content.
The first thing he told you was his age. Okay. I'm gonna give you the chance. How old did he say he was? Part of me not getting the authorities involved is you being honest. So stop.
I'm not.
Okay, so how old was he?
I think he said he was 14.
14?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was literally gonna remind you on the chat.
Okay.
Everything's screen recorded.
It's all good.
Okay. And what were you here to do with the little boy?
Honestly, I was just going to spend time with them. I was not going to have any sexual intercourse of any kind. If you read what I said, I said I was going to kiss him and touch him.
That's not good.
Kiss him, touch him, and other sexual things, okay?
No, I
so pretty much you were here to have sex with the little boy. And listen, I understand it sounds crazy. It is crazy. You're going to ruin a little child's life. I just need you to accept that that's what you were going to do, because the first part of getting you help is you acknowledging that you have a problem.
Fair enough. I have a problem.
Sound
yes.
fair? Okay,
yes.
Thank you. Yeah, you got sexual with him. I want to touch you, we'll kiss and lock eyes. My hands moving all over you. I start to remove your clothes. You understand? At their age, they have no consent because the prefrontal cortex of their brain is not fully developed. You're the adult, my guy. You're gonna ruin a little child's life. What is wrong with you, my guy? You can't be doing this, bro.
I'm not saying it's right.
You're gonna ruin a little child's life. What the f is wrong with you?
You're right.
Are you?
It's just so obviously just for content. Like there's. Do you know what I mean? This is too much, dude. The quotes for the text are gross. What do you mean too much? This isn't my video. This is this guy that's uploaded this. Predator Catchers Alliance. What do you mean it's too much? I'm just watching what's been provided onto the internet. Yeah, they're live streaming. It's fucked. All of it's fucked. Him messaging what he thought was a 14-year-old is fucked. Them filming it all, live streaming it is fucked. All of this is wrong.
Are you married?
Yes.
You got kids?
Yes.
How old are they?
You know, they're
Be honest.
Yeah, I am being honest.
You don't need it?
No, that's it. He's being cooperative. So
yeah.
How old are you?
My daughters are 17.
Uh-huh.
And my son's 12.
Okay, so how would you oh my god, so you're gonna have sex with a child that was 2 years. 2 years older than your youngest son.
I understand that.
So you know how that sounds?
It sounds awful, but you know, the word sex, and I'm not trying to be defensive here.
You got sexual.
I'm trying
touch
to
you, kiss you.
It's just live stream.
Caress you, that's all sexual. That's a felony.
Fair enough.
So you weren't gonna have sex?
I was not.
So what did you bring with you? Did you bring anything with you?
What?
Did you bring
anything you said you were gonna bring?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
but
what are those for? Can you pull it out? Can I see what you brought?
Yeah.
I just want to see.
I swear I wasn't going to use them. It was.
Let me see. Wow. And you're telling me you weren't here to have sex?
No, I thought, to be honest, I'd bring them as, you know, as requested. You know, I knew what I was getting into. I was stupid. I was wrong. I'm not. It's indefensible. It's indefensible.
What did you tell your wife you were coming out to do?
You know, my wife and I, it's a complicated relationship.
Oh. Does she know that you're having relationships with men?
Yeah,
that you're bisexual?
She knows that I'm bisexual.
Okay. Does she know that you're here to have sex with a 14-year-old boy?
No, she does not.
How do you think she would feel about that?
I think she'd probably divorce me.
How do you think your kids would feel about that?
They would be devastated.
My guy, I'm gonna give you two options, okay?
I'm being honest.
No. I'm gonna give you two options, okay? Option one, we're gonna call your wife. We're gonna put it on speaker. You're gonna tell her everything you're here to do. Or option two, at the end of the night, I'm gonna have to report this to the authorities. And you're gonna end up getting arrested, going to county jail, no bail.
Oh my God, he's now saying, we need to call your wife. This is like the solicitation of like content or whatever you want to call it, right? It is insane. This is so fucked.
You're gonna find out anyway. So you're better off letting her know without the cops getting involved.
So how can I? Here's my question. Obviously, I'm going to cooperate.
This is just so that I know she knows, so she can stay on top of you and make sure it doesn't happen again. And then maybe if you want to get therapy or something for it, you can. Well, outside of that,
therapy is absolutely critical.
Oh, you need more than therapy. You need more than therapy, but at the very least, yes, therapy. But go ahead, call your wife. Put your phone on speaker. You're gonna have to let her know, and then I'm gonna speak to her.
Yep. Hey, honey, I made a big mistake. I'm here with two gentlemen. I got caught in a little sting. It's indefensible. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Tell her what you were here to do.
I was here to meet a boy to, potentially have some relationship.
Miss, you're his wife, correct?
Yes.
I'm making sure you find out about this so you can protect your children. Your husband was caught.
Real talk, one of these cats gonna get bopped. They're gonna cross paths with the wrong pedo and he's gonna decide to chance escape and shoot him.
True, Dr. Butler. He actually phoned him.
Trying to have sex with a 14-year-old little boy. We just caught him right now. He broke condoms. He got sexual. He told the little boy he wanted to touch him. He wanted to kiss him. And the list goes on and on and on. He got very sexual. And we caught him. We're part of an organization that catches child predators. And he just got caught in a sting operation trying to meet a little boy for sex. 2 years older than your youngest son. And I figured I would let you know so as his wife, you could handle it appropriately. And it's a very sad situation. He was gonna ruin a little child's life.
I don't know.
What's that? I'm sorry?
She doesn't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
Forgetting for a moment whether or not Rami's approach here is legally and ethically sound, just take note of his stated motive for having Alex call his wife on speakerphone.
This is just so that I know she knows, so she can stay on top of you and make sure it doesn't happen again. And then maybe if you want to get therapy or something for it, you can.
So mission accomplished, right?
I'm very, I wouldn't know what to say either if I found out somebody of significance to me got caught up in something like this. But it's absolutely disgusting. You are gonna ruin a little child's life. Do you know if your husband has ever done something like this before?
No.
So it'd be his first time as far as you are aware?
Yeah.
Wow. And are you aware that your husband's been engaging in sexual relationships with men? Cheating on you?
She's aware.
Where are you?
I'm right.
He's at the apartment where he was trying to meet the boy.
I'm on 73rd and Park, honey.
Where? In the city or?
No, right by our house.
In our instead of calling the cops, I'm just letting you know as a courtesy call so that you can do whatever you want to do moving forward with the marriage, however you want to handle the situation. It's such a sad situation. He was gonna ruin a little child's life. And, you know, the only reason why I didn't call the cops is because he's cooperating. I figured, you know, if I let the wife know, maybe you could do something about it. Get him therapy, get him help. That's if you don't want to get a divorce. It's just a disgusting situation.
The clearly distraught wife is still at a loss for words, but dead noise does not make for optimal viewer engagement. Rami is very averse to allowing prolonged periods of silence, and when he isn't getting an animated response, he often tries to provoke one.
What did you tell the boy you want to do?
I didn't realise how bad this stuff was. I've seen it before and it was just like low quality To Catch a Predator. But this is way fucking worse.
What did you tell him you want to do? You said you want to have sex with him. You said you want to have sex with him. How could you do this? How? How?
It's a tactic he uses not just on the would-be child molesters he confronts, but also their loved ones in situations like this. Over the coming minutes, he will repeatedly badger the wife with upsetting statements, in the hope of getting a more dramatic reaction out of her. At least that's this video's assessment of what he's doing. Rami, of course, would like the audience to believe he is alternately scolding Alex while attempting to console his wife.
And I do feel I feel very bad for you as the wife. I can't imagine what you're going through right now, the kind of emotions you're experiencing. But you gotta understand, your husband's actions are absolutely inexcusable. The boy was 2 years older than your youngest son. I just can't comprehend how you could try to ruin a little child's life, my guy. What's wrong with you?
I wasn't planning on doing it.
You wore condoms.
I'm here.
You're here and you got sex.
I'm not.
You were here to have sex with them.
I'm not defending myself. Honey, I'm sorry.
Our children are home alone, Alex.
I know.
I think you should be very, very worried about what he could potentially do to your children, because this is a disease. If he was willing to do it to a random innocent child, God knows, God forbid, what he could have or what he's capable of doing to his own kids. And I hope that's not the case, but it's something that you really have to consider. If those are the kind of, you know, if 13, 14 are the age of the kids that he's going.
Can you go home?
That's up to them.
Oh yeah, he's free to go. We're not cops. We're just investigators. I just wanted to make sure that he doesn't do this again. He is going to get exposed in front of tens of thousands of people because the video is going to get posted online.
Where does this go?
This is going to get posted all over the internet. People need to know that your husband is a online predator, so we can protect the community. So it's going to get seen by tens of thousands of people. Your neighbors are going to find out.
Co-workers.
Your friends, family, co-workers, everybody's going to find out. At the very least. And that's not me taking it to the cops. That's just me exposing him for who he is in order to protect kids in the community, so it doesn't happen again. I feel so bad for your wife. I can tell she's a sweetheart.
She is a wonderful person.
You're disgusting. You should be ashamed.
So this is the nature of all this. Like, it's funny because you really see the parallels of all this type of content, right? I want to protect the community. I want to keep kids safe, and all this shit. This is kind of similar to what people do when they talk about their political channels and stuff. It's all in the service of content, inevitably, but they act like it's not, because then people that support this guy, the way they're seeing it is they're not just supporting content they find entertaining. what they're actually supporting is protection of children, and that is a really valuable thing for them. It's a great moral treat, true. But this actually doesn't protect children. If anything, it makes it more dangerous for children, I'd say.
Yourself. You're doing this to your beautiful wife.
You're basura, trash.
You're correct.
Before you committed multiple felonies.
Excuse me, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there anything you can do to not do that right now, please?
We don't take bribes.
Unfortunately, we don't take bribes. We don't take any. The video has to go online. I've been offered $20,000 before to not post an exposed video. The only thing we care about is protecting the community, protecting the children in the community. So at the very least, the video is going to get posted.
To Rami's channel, which is monetized and solicits donations. It is fatuous for him to pretend he is going about his community activism the way he is, without any sort of self-interest in mind.
Now, whether or not the cops get involved, that's going to depend on whether or not they reach out to us. Luckily for you, because of COVID, you know, it's a 50-50 chance. So if they do, we have to provide them the evidence. If they don't, at the very least, he's going to get exposed in front of the entire world.
Please, 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 are you kidding me, please?
You see what you do to your wife, man?
She's a wonderful person.
You see what you do to your wife?
You forced us to feel bad for her when we didn't do anything.
This is killing me. This is killing me.
She's making me feel heartbroken.
I feel so bad for his wife. My heart is aching right now. My heart is, that's not my wife, but my heart is aching for her, bro.
Please, is there anything else you can do, sir? Please.
He made his decision.
Unfortunately, because of the severity of the situation, there's physically nothing I could do. Besides not call the cops, which I already told him I'm not gonna do if he calls you. So at the very least, at least he's not getting arrested right now, getting charged with 3 felonies.
God, sir, is there anything you can do to not make this live?
Unfortunately, I can't, and my heart is aching so bad right now because I
God, this guy's like a real piece of shit. Jesus Christ, my heart is aching so bad. This is fucking madness.
The pain in your voice, you're a piece of disgusting. You're a sick human being. You understand? If it was the kids' parents, these cameras would not be recording. You know what would happen to you, right? You know what they do to people like you in jail? You wouldn't survive a day in jail, my guy. They'd obliterate you, bro. Limb to limb. You're trash.
Please, sir, I can't. I can't live with that.
Okay.
What to do?
Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. What we gotta do right now is get your husband help. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot you and him a phone number to a Sexaholics Anonymous therapy group that he can start attending. That'll be the right the first step in the right direction. Honey,
please, whatever you can do.
Apologize to your wife.
That's what I was just doing.
Apologize to your wife.
Honey, I know words are meaningless at the moment, but thank you, and I apologize.
I don't even know what to say right now.
I don't expect you to say anything.
So is he going to be able to go home now?
Oh yeah, he's free to go.
We're not cops.
I'm not. I told you, because he called you and you guys are willing to get him help, I'm not calling the cops. You're free to go.
I'm just in shock right now. I'm in shock.
Jesus Christ.
I know you are.
This is fucking crazy. It's like uncomfortable to watch even.
I'll call you shortly. God bless you. I'm sorry he put you through this. Apologize to her again.
I apologized. And I'll apologize to her again in a couple of minutes.
You better handle this with your wife, man. You got a good wife on your hands. I'm so sorry.
This guy's a piece of shit.
You're disgusting.
You're correct.
You're disgusting.
That wasn't DK. Okay. No. I think Bailey. Someone on Twitter called Bailey made it, and it just got shared around.
Okay, honey. I'll talk to you. Bye.
Give me 30 jumping jacks.
company?
30 jumping jacks.
Say I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, every jumping jack, I want to hear sorry.
I'm sorry.
The value commanding someone to exercise may have in rehabilitating them or deterring them from committing future offences is not exactly clear, but it is certainly something that Rami and his cameraman have no authority to do, which raises another crime they may be guilty of committing here: false imprisonment, defined in New Jersey as knowingly restraining another unlawfully so as to interfere substantially with their liberty. Rami has made a point of repeatedly stating that he is not a police officer and Alex is free to go. That could be used as a defence against the charge, which is likely, at least in part, the reason behind his mentioning it. We can't read the man's mind, but it certainly doesn't appear as if Rami is the type of person to emphasise a lack of power he has, unless there is very good reason to. But that little disclosure isn't necessarily ironclad, especially if you have a cameraman who's as much of a megalomaniac as you are. Stay tuned.
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Louder.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 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 Sorry.
Keep going, you got 10 more.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. 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 I'm sorry.
Give me 15 squats, and that's it.
This is
15 squats.
You want to go to jail? No. So then do it.
This is another extension of the blackmail, of course, but coupled with the acknowledgement that they are not invested with police powers, the insinuation that Alex will be put in jail if he does not complete the squats brings Rami and his cameraman dangerously close to a winning argument that they are knowingly unlawfully restraining him and interfering substantially with his liberty.
No, not okay. Give me 15 sit-ups.
JP, you're loving this. I think this is terrible. This just doesn't make any sense.
Go. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So what is the primary motivation behind the sort of behaviour we're witnessing here? The predator poachers are certainly very vocal about what they see themselves as doing, such as Jason Velasquez of PP Mass.
I'm here protecting your daughter. That's what I'm doing. I protect the kids. Not only did I save you, I saved a little boy's life today, okay? This is why I do this.
Saving the children. A noble goal, if ever there was one. But the more you watch some of these people in action, the more you can't help but get the nagging feeling that maybe, just maybe, something else is really driving them.
Look at you, like, you said no one wants
Yes, we know. Listen, if you watch my channel enough, you're going to know exactly what that is.
to talk to you. It's probably because you're a disgusting pig, and the only thing you could find is a 14-year-old. Have you ever thought of castration, getting your cut off? No? Well, that's what you should think of. You should think of castration. You should think of getting it cut off. Lucky I didn't embarrass the shit out of you in front of all them people in there. It's because I have respect for people's kids, that's why. Hey, yo, can you do one thing for me? Can you do this with your arm and just go, fuck it, dude? Fuck it, dude. Yeah. You're disgusting, bro. You're gross, though, man. For real. Everybody in the chat's, like, sickening. Disgusting. Basura! You need to stop meeting minors off the internet, bro.
Basura!
You've been exposed, though. You can look me up. Predator Poachers, Massachusetts, bud. I have a huge following. I do have a huge following.
Yeah, like I say, there's definitely an angle where you have, like, they look a bit weird.
I'm surprised you never even seen or heard of me. To go, let me see inside. Let me see. Let me see. I want to see. Open. Let me see. One time. Just let me see something. Open it. I want to see if you got a chip. Open it. But genuinely, I'm a really good guy. You know that? People like you, I should have zero respect for, okay? Actually, I don't have no respect for you at all. I just want you to know I have a huge following. You're going to be all over the internet. Stop meeting minors off the internet. Stop meeting minors off the internet. Nasty. Let me see.
Jesus.
Damn. That's disgusting. And you thought you were gonna kiss a boy with a mouth like that? This dude was here to come meet a 14-year-old and have sex with him. How do you feel about that? That's disgusting, right? How do I know? Because I was the 14-year-old kid. I do this, man, around all these communities. Look me up, Predator Poachers, Massachusetts. I hope you're scared, bro. Stop meeting little kids off the internet, cause you're a monster.
Jesus.
My videos usually get, I mean, about 100K views. I'll show you, I have a channel, big following. A lot of people know me. I'm a predator catcher. People tell me all the time that I'm too light on you guys, that I'm too soft on you guys, that I'm not hard enough on you guys, that I'm not scaring you guys enough. Are you scared right now? I am. Are you scared? I am. Everything all right? Yeah, everything's fine. If you want to look me up, you can look me up on YouTube, Facebook.
I take your fucking word for it.
If you get a vibe that perhaps people like Jay and Rami might be having just a bit too much fun berating the men they catch in public, and ego gratification from the attention they get for it online, but are still in two minds about whether that's what they are primarily in this for, it might be illuminating to see what happens when the possibility of police involvement actually arises.
What were you here to do with the 14-year-old boy?
Just talk and hang out.
And what else?
That's it.
I got the chat.
You didn't talk about going somewhere in the woods and doing something? You look a little... Just be honest, bud. That's it.
Yeah, you can go home, but I'm just saying, if you don't just have a conversation with me...
I am having a conversation. I'm just...
So I want to know what you was here to do with that 14-year-old boy. We're not here to we're not here to... Listen, if you're... What there is?
Yeah. It's probably like a troll. Hold up, we'll handle it.
We're just gonna tell him we're good having a conversation.
Alright, he drove off. Listen, bro, the reason why I didn't stop the cop to get you arrested is because you're actually being somewhat honest.
A strange reason to cite, because as of this moment, the target of the sting hasn't even admitted any sexual intent. We would posit the real reason Rami and Jay don't want to get police involved is it would deprive them of the opportunity to capture their target's mother reacting to the news of her son's intentions on speakerphone.
Man, miss, if we were not here, your son would be having sex with a 14-year-old boy right now in the woods.
Okay. Like I say, content.
And that is, I'm not with it. I work with young people, so please, God, I'm about to have a heart attack.
No, don't, please, man.
If either Jay or Rami had ever undergone proper police training, they would have learned some basic first aid, which might have included the lesson that pleading with someone to not have a heart attack is not an effective medical treatment. If someone is at an increased risk of suffering a heart attack, one of the first things you should do is ensure they are not exposed to any unnecessary stressors. In other words, this would be a great time to de-escalate the conversation and wrap up the call.
If it was the boy's father, you understand what could have happened to your son tonight, right?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
What do you think would have happened to you if it was the boy's father? You understand what kind of psychological damage you cause little kids? People like you cause little kids, bro? You can't be doing this, my guy.
All gods.
You
Thanks
can't
for
be
the sub.
doing this, bro. You ruin kids' lives by doing this, bro.
Yes.
Miss, you said you work with kids?
I do.
Listen,
I didn't know my son, he had special needs, and I just like, as a single mother, listen, I got this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No, ma'am, just you take it easy. I don't want to get you upset. I honestly feel bad for the family. No, you don't have nothing to be sorry about. It's not your fault. He's going to go home. He's safe. Nothing's wrong. And just please have a nice talk with your son, please.
We just wanted to make sure.
And God bless you too, man.
Miss, just wanted to make sure you were aware of what he was here to do, because I'm telling you, this could have ended very, very bad for him. If it wasn't us, it's usually the cops doing these kind of operations. He would be in prison, right, on the way to jail right now, and eventually prison. He would have to get registered as an offender. His whole entire life will get ruined.
It's so fucking obvious what's going on here. Jesus. The thing is, oh god, like, because with To Catch a Predator, they were clever with it, because they say take a seat over there. I just want to ask you some questions. But if they genuinely wanted to leave, eventually they'd just say, well, you can go right out that door. And then the police would come in. I don't even know if they have to report them. The problem you've got is even if you report them to the police, the evidence they've gained is no good. None of this would stand in court. None of this would stand in court. Pedo is the last bastion of mental health abuse. Well, the problem you've got is they're on the precipice of like actually engaging in child abuse, which is obviously terrible. But if someone is at the stage where they're willing to risk it to meet a kid, that is like desperate circumstances, and they definitely need like serious intervention. But this isn't going to help. Obviously, this is going to make it worse. Yeah, real mental health provisions is good, yeah.
You know what they do to people like him in jail.
Can you say sorry to your mom right now?
I'm sorry, Mom.
You just get here. Oh my God.
Alright, well, this is where it...
Guy?
That's where it ends.
Stay away from kids. Do me a favor. Pull out the app right now, and I want you to delete it. I want you to delete the app right now. Get this on camera. Get this on camera.
Wait. Well, just delete my account.
Delete the app.
Like
go to the app.
Permanently delete the app.
Yep. Alright.
Jesus.
Miss, I'm so sorry. Your son has done this to you. Just so you are aware. The organization is gonna have to post the video online, so people are gonna see this. But ultimately, it's just so that your son can learn a lesson and we can protect the children from what your son was here to do tonight. I'm telling you, a 14-year-old boy would have been getting right now in the woods if we were not here.
Fucking hell.
I want you to have a serious discussion with your son so you can make sure this never happens again. This is a serious matter.
And how old are you one more time? 27. Okay.
So you are 27. So you lied about your age. Okay, I knew you were lying.
All right. Well, I don't want to give your mom and get her all upset. She's already worked up enough. So go ahead, go home to mom, man, and go talk to your mom.
Stay away from kids. Get off that app. Don't ever do this again. You understand?
All right, come on.
Don't ever do this again, my guy. Miss, he's gonna walk back home.
Hey, ma'am, God bless you. God bless you, and please don't stress yourself out, man.
I'm sorry for the embarrassment.
Although this video is not exactly a fan of Jay's approach to things, it's good to see that when standing next to Rami, he does show himself to have some empathy. But if he does genuinely feel bad for this woman, and cares about the state that she's in, which we don't actually doubt that he does, it makes you wonder whether that might lead him to question whether this sort of practice is ethically sound in the first place. After all, what response would you expect from a woman who finds out her adult son was trying to have sex with a 14-year-old, other than stressing out? The poachers have their own rationale for why their tactics are justified, and in fact downright compassionate. You can hear Rami articulate this in another clip, where police actually do show up, and he goes so far as to tell them nothing is happening, literally withholding evidence he has collected of child predation.
Jesus.
Anybody here getting assaulted?
No, I'm not sure.
Sure about that?
Yes. Yeah, nobody assaulted, nobody's touching. We're just having a conversation.
All right, I'm only asking because somebody's saying that they seeing someone get assaulted on YouTube.
No, it's a troll. Some trolls do that all the time. Like, we'll go live and they'll call the cops.
He does sound like Zerka. Have they got like a shared heritage or something like that? I don't know. But he does sound a lot like Zerka. Like the accent is the same. Almost. Yeah, it's just a troll. We're just trolling, guys.
You say, oh, these guys got weapons, or these guys are assaulting somebody.
And then they pull up like 3-4 cop cars.
And then find out that it's a troll. Because we got like over 1,000 viewers probably right now. So it's just trolls out of state.
Y'all be mindful too, because it's COVID season right now. I hate to say it that way.
Yes, sir.
You know, y'all got to be distanced, and you're not supposed to be out.
We're leaving in like 2 minutes.
All right.
Not even.
Try to wrap it up.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
Listen, brother. When that usually, let me talk to your wife.
تفاهم ربنا
بصي الحكومة دلوقتي دخلت علينا وانا فهمتهم ان احنا هنا بنحكي ان مفيش حاجة حصلت. انا قلت لجوزك لو كلمك وحكالك الحقيقة ان انا مش هبلغ البوليس عني، ان انا مش عايز ابوظ ان انا مش عايز ابوظ حياته، لان هو لسه 31 سنة وعنده اطفال صغيرة وعنده متجوز، عيب ان هو يخونك. فانا قلت له انا هديك فرصة.
How merciful of him. But just as it is not Rami's place to dole out punishments, nor is it his place to decide how much leniency a person should be given in the event they commit a crime as serious as attempting to engage in intercourse with a minor. If the people he's catching really are as sick as he pronounces them to be to his audience, then how can he have any confidence that public humiliation...
Well, no, I don't think any of this is... I think it's all bad. Like I always say with this stuff, is if you put this kind of thing on YouTube, you are not immune to the incentives that exist, and you will do this. It's impossible. There's no way around it. There's literally no fucking way around it.
Being disgraced in the eyes of their family will be enough of a deterrent from attempting to fulfill their urges again in the future. You don't need to be especially well versed in criminology or the typical psychology of sex offenders to understand that's not exactly a fail-safe proposition. All Rami would need to do to understand that would be to watch an episode of the show that inspired him and his fellow vigilantes. The one where Chris Hansen meets John, the schoolteacher.
What kind of conduct is this for a high school teacher?
None, sir. I've never done this before.
You're going to tell me you've never done this before?
No, sir.
So you just woke up this morning and said, I'm going to get involved in an internet conversation with a 14-year-old boy. I'm going to go to his house, strip naked, and walk in with a 12-pack of beer. This was just something you thunk up today.
No, sir. I've never talked to him about it online.
Do you see how this looks, John?
Yes, sir.
Let me just see the driver's license.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry, doesn't matter. What would have happened? What would have happened, John, if I wasn't here?
I probably would have chickened out, sir.
Chickened out? Do you see why that is hard for me to believe? There's something you gotta know. I am not the father of the boy. But I am Chris Hansen of Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators. Anything else you'd like to say to us? We'd like to hear it. If not, you're free to leave.
Thank you.
You can take the towel to the garage and get dressed.
But here's the thing. This was one of the first episodes of To Catch a Predator, before they had police involvement. So unlike all the clips we saw earlier, John really was free to leave. But it would not take long for Chris Hansen to learn that being exposed on national television was not necessarily enough to curb some penchants.
I have been in television for 24 years.
I just came to get something to eat.
And I have very seldom been at a loss for words.
Sir, I just came to get something to eat.
But I don't even know what to ask you first.
I just came to get something to eat.
John, we've been through this before. What are you doing? I've got the chat log again.
John!
You're chatting
John,
up another
you fucking
13-year-old
mug.
kid, and you're going to meet him here at McDonald's. You identify yourself. You call yourself Shane this time. You ask him a series of personal sexual questions. Is that appropriate talk to be having with someone you think is a 13-year-old boy? No.
John!
Last night, you walked into a home naked, hoping to meet a 13-year-old boy. You said you were sorry. It was the first time you'd ever done it. You admitted it was wrong.
Yes, I did.
You left.
Yes, I did, sir.
And within 24 hours, you're back on the internet chatting up another 13-year-old kid. What is going on? What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, the original Catch the Predator was a mixed bag. You had some police departments that, because obviously after this, all police departments got involved. Some police departments were successful, others weren't successful. I do wonder how much of that came down to the state they were in. And I wonder if, like, state laws made a difference. And in some states, the evidence was admissible. In other cases, there were problems because of specific, like, specific points of the law. I don't know.
I
I don't have anything to say for myself.
Well, you should say something, don't you think? I mean, what are we to think you're going to do next?
Indeed, what are we to think? And in the event one of Rami's catchers goes on to commit an offence against a real child, even after enduring all of the ritual humiliations in his toolkit, would he not bear some responsibility for having chosen not to at least give authorities an opportunity to pursue formal charges? One response the predator-poacher community sometimes offer to this sort of criticism is that the police never do anything anyway. It's a claim that's too broad to debunk in one foul swoop, and we're not going to punish you with a text-by-text breakdown of a dozen case studies. But if you look at a poacher with 100 catches under his belt and 0 convictions, we would posit the most likely explanation for that is a sloppy approach to certain things on their end, rather than a blasé attitude toward child molestation from authorities in their jurisdiction. The sheer volume of catches on some of these channels provides what we'll just call a hint that some of these people might be more interested in clicks than paying close attention to the letter of the law in the interest of mounting a robust case. Is this to say that all laws around this area and the authorities designated to enforce them are perfect? Of course not. There are surely problems when it comes to catching child predators and preventing things as wicked as child abuse from happening in the first place. But the solution to these problems is not to outsource the responsibility to any douchebag with a smartphone who feels like stepping up. Police procedures and society's constant balancing act of securing justice for victims while honouring the rights of the accused are not perfect. But as imperfect as our rules and processes may be, they are there for a reason. As much criticism as one may want to level at police, at least they have superiors and rules on the books that they can be held accountable to, which aside from ensuring better quality policing than we would have if no such checks were in place, also serves as some degree of quality control for the sorts of people who apply for that
So it's
job.
not quite exactly the same, but it's the same as people like, guys, we need to move people over to the left. We need to make loads of content to move people over to the left. The kinds of people that watch this content as well probably think they're doing something by watching, but they're not. Again, it's all the same fucking incentives and shit.
Job. If society were to give a stamp of legitimacy to an occupation wherein a person has license to viciously scold, publicly humiliate and ruin other people without having the burden of needing to lay any formal charges, let alone secure a conviction before they go about exacting this retribution, you can be assured it will not be the noblest among us that we see putting their hand up for the job. Instead, it will be the types of people we constantly strive to keep away from any position of authority, and for damn good reason. The types of people who have always yearned to throw their weight around, but never possessed the sort of talent or leadership skills to really be able to. The sort of person who would literally boss around a
Hey, Relly! Thanks for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. We're just going to watch the end of this, and then I'm actually doing a podcast. We're talking about, we're going to be talking about media, I guess you'd call it Ukraine-Russia coverage in the social media age or something like that.
Keat, should the opportunity arise.
No.
So we're right near the end.
No fighting. Stop fighting. Birds are fighting.
Oh, is someone called Steve Sawyer? He was on a podcast with Maya Yiannopoulos a long time ago, and he was part of the Gamergate stuff. But yeah.
Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop fighting.
It's a really good documentary. Watch it. You'll love it. This is right up Relly Street, okay? The first bit is funny and then it gets serious. But Relly will love the bit of the little chubby goblin man running about. I'll leave it at that. I won't spoil it further.
And before we wrap up, it's worth sparing a moment to take a quick look at ourselves, because the troubling emergence
chubby goblin
of
pedo
vigilantism as a form of online entertainment would not have occurred if there weren't a large enough audience to encourage its growth.
There it is again.
The Japanese have a saying.
There he goes again. The car was funnier. That was a different video.
The misfortunes of others are the taste of honey. There's a German word that's come to often be used.
The misfortune of others is the taste of honey. That's a new quote.
Used in English literature that encapsulates this rather nasty feature of the human condition. Schadenfreude. The undeniable feeling of deriving pleasure from the suffering of another. The feeling itself, it seems, is at least in part a product of nature, with studies observing children as young as 24 months expressing glee after witnessing a fellow toddler spill their sippy cup, or some other similar misfortune that's ethical to stage in a controlled setting. But just because something is a part of our nature doesn't mean we don't need to be wary about leaning into it. Studies on adults have found that schadenfreude has a negative relationship with self-esteem, meaning those with a low sense of self-worth are prone to experiencing it with more frequency and intensity than those who feel good about themselves. So when you're watching would-be child molesters humiliated, tased, berated, and forced to perform degrading boot camp-style exercises, perhaps there is a part of you that's saying to yourself, I know they deserve this, but something feels wrong about what I'm watching right now. If that's the case, don't feel guilty. It's not a sign that you're a pedophile sympathizer. You just have a healthy distaste for torture. And if you don't feel anything like that, well, don't be too hard on yourself either, because again, we all have a bit of schadenfreude in us. Though it might be a sign that you should take a break from the YouTube screen and get a bit of fresh air. But before you do,
make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button.
Oh!
Make sure you turn your post notifications on to be notified. I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Peace.
Okay, go and watch that yourself if you didn't see all of it. Really good video. That's going to make great content. We'll cut it up so we don't have the full video in there for YouTube. But that was dynamite content. The little goblin man, that was fucking dynamite.